The food market is a cutthroat world. Some snacks get sent to the big kitchen in the sky, no matter how popular or loved they were on the shelf. Snacks you can't get anymore. Heinz EZ Squirt Ketchup. From 2000 to 2006, Heinz made a colorful mistake. Its EZ Squirt ketchup changed the red color we're all used to from our favorite tomato-based condiment. Starting with green and then quickly branching out to purple, blue, or mystery, either orange, pink, or teal, Heinz thought it had created the coolest thing since sliced bread. It even had tie-ins with the 2001 hit movie Shrek, which meant kids could bring the swamp right to their hot dogs just like they'd always wanted. Over 25 million bottles were sold during its 6 years on shelves, but the quirky appeal of EZ Squirt eventually wore off. Kids realized that eating blue or purple goo wasn't as fun as they'd first thought, and multiple colored ketchup bottles were being left unfinished in the fridge. It also didn't look too tasty when they mixed colors and got an unappetizing brown. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of all our upcoming videos. And if you end up enjoying this one, hit the like button before you go. Crunchy Stars. In 1988, Muppets creator Jim Henson wanted to make breakfast fun, so with Post's help, he made his own cereal. Instead of using the likes of Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, or even one of the Sesame Street gang, Henson used the Swedish chef as the star of the show and named the cereal Crunchy Stars. Everything about this cereal was like a child's fever dream, though that describes the Muppets in a nutshell. Commercials featured the Swedish chef in the Muppet test kitchen, creating his Cinema Money stars in a midst of wacky slapstick hijinks like his dough hitting him with a rolling pin or even exploding into perfectly cooked cereal. The cereal box was also filled with the chef's misspellings as well as zany and sometimes impossible puzzles. However, Crunchy Stars proved that star power and kid-friendly nonsense isn't enough to make up for terrible taste. Likened by some as a soggy and rubbery version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, sales weren't enough to keep Crunchy Stars alive for more than a year. Lime Skittles. The wonderful fruity flavor of Skittles first hit our mouths in 1974, but the rainbow doesn't taste the same as it used to. There's a key player now missing from the game, replaced by a newer, tangier one. In 2013, original Skittles replaced the Lime Skittle with green apple. They may have looked the same, but candy fans noticed immediately, and many of them weren't happy about it. After years-long outcries on social media, Skittles finally made a very brief return of the beloved Lime Skittle in 2017, though they only made it to Walmart. If you bought a packet at your local movie theater, you'd be sadly disappointed to find green apple hit your taste buds. Still, the long-lost lime packs, which Skittles sadly did not call limited edition, left nearly as quickly as they appeared. Hersheys Smores Bar. Hershey's has been the go-to chocolate for campfire s'mores for decades, but in 2003, the company decided to take out the prep time and bring the delicious snack right to us. The Hersheys Smores Bar had a thin graham cracker layer topped with a Milky Way-like marshmallow, all covered in a coat of milk chocolate. While it may have had all the right ingredients, which isn't too hard when there's only 3, many fans of the original treat were disappointed by Hershey's so-called s'more. None of the ingredients were the right amounts, with too much marshmallow, too little cracker, and never enough chocolate. You can never have enough chocolate though. Everyone knows that recipes rely on their portion control. Otherwise, crepes, pancakes, and Belgian waffles would all be the same thing. Hershey's officially gave up their attempts at the s'more in 2012, leaving the snack to family camping trips and beachside bonfires. McDonald's fried apple pie. From their burgers and fries to their McFlurries and soft serves, McDonald's has been the king of delicious, fattening food. One of its staple desserts, the apple pie, has been clogging our arteries since 1968. But the pies we're served now aren't the same ones as they once were. Using their patented frying technique, which teenagers have perfected since 1955, the fast food chain originally only sold deep-fried apple pies. Delicious as they were by no means healthy, even if they did have fruit in them. When people started watching their calories more, McDonald's abandoned their greasy fryers for the oven in an attempt to make a healthy pie. Since 1992, McDonald's diners can only get baked apple pies, not fried. Crystal Pepsi. Pepsi has tried quite a few ways to try and finally come up on top of their eternal rival Coca-Cola. And in 1992, they came up with a clear Coke they named Crystal Pepsi. However, the the solution wasn't as crystal clear as Pepsi had hoped. It doesn't taste much like Coke at all, and its lack of color only made buyers wonder if it was safe to drink. It was a knockoff version of Sprite, masquerading as a knockoff version of Pepsi, and was finally cut from Pepsi's lineup in 1994. Still, consumers couldn't get Crystal Pepsi off their minds. Due to popular demand, the Clear Coke has seen limited reruns in 2016, 2017, and 2018, and the cans couldn't fly off the shelves fast enough. Even now in 2020, Crystal Pepsi is so beloved that Pepsi has made it into the ultimate symbol of love, opening a sweepstakes for the only engagement ring in the world made of pure 24-karat Crystal Pepsi. It seems like we won't have to wait long before the drink hits stores one more time. Pepsi Blue. A decade after Crystal Pepsi's complete flop, the Pepsi-Cola company decided to try another hand at a new color for Pepsi. Only this time, there was actually color. In 2002, Pepsi Blue hit supermarket shelves, but now it was trying to compete with the recent success of Mountain Dew's new Code Red. The soft drink was berry flavored, though consumers couldn't quite agree on whether it was a blueberry, raspberry, or some sort of mix with cotton candy. Pepsi Blue was discontinued in 2004, at least in part due to its very color. The coloring dye used to give it its distinctive, almost Listerine-like blue, Blue Number 1, was banned in some countries at the time for its potential toxicity. Maybe Pepsi-Cola shouldn't have used Britney Spears, the singer of the hit song Toxic, as one of its promoters. Ultimately, health concerns and Pepsi's over-the-top marketing put off consumers from buying the millions of bottles Pepsi expected, making it an even bigger failure than Crystal Pepsi. Apple Newtons. Newton cookies are almost synonymous with Fig Newtons for many of us. After all, they've been around since 1891, and it's hard to get rid of such strong brand recognition after over a century. Still, the Nabisco pastry brand has expanded past their original flavor to other fruits over the years. One of those branched out flavors was apple, a move that would have made Sir Isaac Newton very happy. However, it couldn't quite make the cut like strawberry and triple berry, and the Apple Newton eventually fell out of our grasp for good. Orbits. In 1997, one fruit-flavored drink tried to revolutionize the soda game, and it failed miserably. Orbits, which predates the popular travel booking website of the same name by a few years, was a clear soda like Crystal Pepsi with colorful jelly balls trapped floating inside. Strangely, the slogan, "The drink with balls," failed to endear it to consumers, and the drink was often insultingly called a lava lamp. As a last-ditch effort to try and save it, Orbits was marketed as an exotic drink from an alien world. It didn't work. People didn't like the taste of Planet Orbits, which couldn't decide on a single fruit to unify taste buds, and instead combined 4 flavors in a way many thought was uniquely disgusting. Orbits lasted only a single year until it was cut from shelves in 1998. Too bad it didn't wait for the bubble tea craze of the 2010s. It might have been a hit today. Hershey Swoops. Back in 2003, Hershey tried bringing a new form to its world-famous chocolates with swoops. These curved chocolate slices were meant to mold to and melt against the roof of your mouth, but all it did was confuse consumers. They were shaped like Pringles and even came in similar packaging, so many thought that there must be a potato chip inside, despite Hershey not having them in their lineup. Swoops came in a variety of other Hershey candy flavors, including Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Almond Joy, and York Peppermint Patties, and seemed willing to try anything to get people to eat it. However, nothing seemed to pull the chocolate Pringle out of anonymity, and they were sent to the snack graveyard in 2006. Which snack from your childhood do you sorely miss and wish would be brought back to stores? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. 1. Altoid Sours. Not all Altoids are made equal, and unfortunately, the best ones are lost to us. Altoid Sours had the overpowering taste expected of an Altoid, but as you can guess by the imaginative name, they weren't minty but almost painfully sour. These hard candies came in tangerine, mango, apple, raspberry, and lime, though tensions were high in the Altoids community on whether tangerine or mango were the best. Hint, it was tangerine. Limited edition Valentine's Day passion fruit sours in slightly larger tins hit the shelves in 2005 as well, From 2004 to 2010, Altoid Sours were easy to find in supermarket and convenience stores, coming in round tins rather than the rectangular ones of their less fun siblings. Now, however, you can only get these hard candies online or from novelty candy shops. Beware though, they're not for the faint of heart or the light of cash. An unopened tin of mango sours easily goes for $125 per tin on eBay, and the larger size passion fruit $750.